Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me back here today for another pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and the topic that we're going to be reading on today is going to be your fall season career prediction. So this reading is going to focus on any energies or updates that you all will want to know about your career specifically during the upcoming fall season. Now, this is a seasonal time-based reading, I guess, but I do want to tell you guys that if you're in an area that's not currently headed into the fall season, you are still, of course, welcome to view this video if you're feeling really drawn to it. Especially if you're feeling really drawn to it, there's probably a message that's here for you anyway. But you can always choose to come back to it at a later date when your area is going into the season of fall and see what messages are there for you then. So if any of you guys are just curious to see like an energy check-in with your career, just kind of see what's coming in for you over the course of the next few months as we head into fall, then this will be the reading for you. As I always say, you guys, with these predictive style readings, just keep in mind that they are general in nature and they are totally changeable and flexible depending on the actions that you take. So if you see something predicted out for you in today's reading, you don't feel super excited about it or you don't feel super empowered by it, no worries. You have the total freedom and free will to make your own choices and decisions and therefore create your own future for yourself. So please never feel stuck or tied to something that a tarot reading says because energy is always changing. So let's go ahead and get into our card selection for today's reading. We are going to be working with 4 piles. Starting here on the left, we have pile 1. This is a beautiful green prehnite stone. I just want to show you guys up close because I don't feel like the lighting is doing it justice today. Pile number 2, we have some blue apatite. Pile number 3, we have some black obsidian. And pile number 4, we have some rose quartz. So go ahead and take a deep breath. Go ahead and meditate on your career. Think about what's headed your way in the fall season. And when you're ready, go ahead and select the crystal or the card that you're feeling the most intuitively guided to. And once you've finalized your selection, you can scroll down to the description box to find the timestamp that corresponds to your reading. See you there. Hello there for my viewers who selected pile 1 with this beautiful prehnite stone. If you did select this crystal, this is going to be your fall career prediction. So let's go ahead. I'm going to set this right up here and we're going to go ahead and get started. So starting off here, we have the message of the new moon in Libra. This talks about a new romantic cycle begins. Wow, this is beautiful energy to kick off a career reading. Let me get a couple more and then we'll continue. We've got the Hermit card coming through. Okay, and we also have the Princess of Cups. Beautiful. All right, pile number 1. So with the new moon in Libra being highlighted here at the center of your reading, I do feel that this fall season, there is a new fresh energy being brought into your career. And specifically in the sign of Libra, this talks about like, if you look at the symbol here, it's like the scales of justice. So when I think of the scales of justice, I think about contracts being signed. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, there could actually be a new career opportunity coming in for you, like you're signing on a contract or starting a new job, something like that. But for others of you, this could just simply be talking about a new, just like a new fresh energy being ignited within your career. And if you guys are seeing smoke, that's just my incense. I'm sorry if that's distracting because it's kind of distracting me as I'm reading on the screen. So this is really good energy, you guys. And I know that this card specifically talks about a new romantic cycle, but we are reading about career here. So the way I'm interpreting this is that this energy coming in for you this fall around your career it's actually going to be really good for your heart. I feel like you all are going to be doing something that you really love doing, and you may even be feeling very creatively ignited or inspired with the Princess of Cups or the Page of Cups here. I do feel like there's this element of good news coming in for you around your career with the Page of Cups. because pages are typically like messengers of news or communication coming in. But I also see this as another new beginning card for you, pile one. You know, pages are all about like starting off on a new journey. They're still young, they're still learning, but they're putting one foot in front of the other and kind of going for it. And so with the Page of Cups coming in, this, for me, this is about you all like going after something you love or starting a new journey toward pursuing something you guys really love. And with the Hermit card coming through here, I do feel that this may come after a time period of you all really taking some time to really think about what it is that you want. The Hermit card is when we go within, we kind of withdraw ourselves from everything that's going on. We separate ourselves from anything that's causing us any issues, and we reflect. And as we're reflecting, it's like we've gained this inner wisdom and this inner light around our career, which is now allowing us to be able to move forward in the best possible direction. So this is really beautiful. And this could be happening for you all around Libra season, which technically I think as I'm recording this video, we are in Libra season. We also have Virgo energy on the board here with the Hermit card, and then the Princess of Cups is water energy. So let's continue. Okay, so we have the message of vamping. Those who linger when you want them to leave are feeding off your energy. Peer pressure, the vibe is off. Okay, interesting. We also have the 6th house of Virgo and Mercury. Your organized approach or pattern towards a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Yes. So I feel like you guys during this fall season, or at least leading up into this fall season, I feel like this Hermit card is really specifically speaking to you all, sort of withdrawing your energy from things around your career that you know are draining you. This is about just kind of like letting it go, really secluding yourself, not allowing those lower level energies of problems at work or people at work to like suck the life out of you anymore. So it's like you're successfully shutting that energy out and pursuing things that are going to make you feel better. The 6th house of Virgo, this talks about organization, this talks about our health, this talks about our routines. And so I feel like this Page of Cups is really talking about you guys being able to start off on a new routine around work. So we're taking a lot more of an organized approach to something around your career. And because you guys are getting yourselves organized, like that Virgo energy is coming through really strong here. Maybe some of you guys are Virgos or Virgos in your chart somewhere. But because you all are finally getting organized around your career goals, it's actually going to help you to feel a lot better in other aspects of your life, your mind, your body, and your spirit. For some of you, there could be like a health-related thing coming in too. I don't know, like that's just something that comes through with the 6th house. But let's go ahead and continue. Ooh, so we have the Spider. This talks about community and web weaving. So this is about networking, you guys. I feel like this fall is presenting a really great opportunity for you all to start building your network, start building connections. And if you guys are kind of starting off on this new journey, you're trying to pursue a goal, you're pursuing something that you love, I feel like this building up this network is really going to pay off for you, because the more people you know, the more people that you guys can connect with, the better chances you're going to have of achieving whatever your goal is what it feels like here. Networking and building relationships is really important. And with this Page of Cups, I feel like this is about you kind of embodying a really kind-hearted approach whenever you are reaching out and communicating and networking, really building relationships from like, this is a professional reading, right? So when you're networking, you do, you want to have like a level of professionalism about you depending on the field that you're in. But this is also about like asking you to maybe try to personally connect as well. So when you're trying to like connect with people, build those relationships, maybe you're hitting them up on LinkedIn or whatever you guys do for work, like wherever you like to network, it can be good to try to connect on like a little bit of a personal level too, finding those little commonalities you have with people where you can relate to them and kind of break the ice. I also feel for some of you that are attracting in a new opportunity during this fall that any networking or community that you've already built up is really assisting you as you move along this path. So this is amazing. All right, so let's close out your reading. We've got 2 more cards. It looks so pretty and holographic here. All right. Okay, so we have the message of can't lose what's yours and another chance. Okay. So maybe there was something that happens in the past or something happening this fall where maybe an opportunity that you all thought you wanted isn't successful. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that. I'm not really seeing a lot of that coming through. But the message behind this is to remember that as you guys are putting yourselves out there, attracting in this new energy, going after what you love, there may be times where you get rejection, and that's okay, because rejection is protection, and if it's really meant for you, it will be for you. The path will clear very easily for you, right? Like this whole pile feels very much about like someone looking for a new job to me. I don't know why, but just remember that you can't lose what's yours. If something is meant for you, it's not going to leave you. And if it's meant for you, that path is going to open up seamlessly. Things will just start to fall into place, and it won't feel like a super challenging issue that you're dealing with. Another chance is telling me that maybe something from the past that didn't work out, maybe this path is reopening for you to be able to try again. So if some of you are wanting like a specific type of outcome, or you're looking for a specific type of job, it certainly does feel like another opportunity for this same thing is being presented to you, whatever that is for your specific situation. So overall, your career reading looks beautiful for the fall season, pile one. Definitely drop me a comment down below and let me know how it resonates with you. I always love hearing your all's feedback in the comments. Thank you all who stuck it out to the end of this video. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello there, pile number 2. For those of you who selected this beautiful blue apatite stone, this will be your fall career reading. So let's go ahead and see what is headed your way this upcoming fall season. All right, I'm just going to pull the first few cards and then we'll kind of pull more as we go along. So starting off your reading, we have the first quarter moon. This talks about your commitment is being tested. From the tarot, we do have the message of the Chariot, and we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, let me just take a moment here. Okay, I feel like this fall, you guys are coming up on a time where like you are about, like you've been working actively toward a goal. You've been working on something within your career. And the first quarter moon is telling us that you're about halfway there. So it's not complete yet. You've already been working really hard, but you're still going to have a long way to go. And sometimes this first quarter moon card can also talk about like challenges being presented to us around the goal. And so there's this energy of needing to recommit to it or refocus on it, or just kind of hold your vision around how much you really want this, so that you can continue to, drive momentum forward toward what it is that you want. So I do see with the Chariot card coming through here that there is an effort to really be focused on this goal. Even though despite the challenges that you guys may be facing during the fall or any distractions coming your way, it doesn't have to be anything crazy when I say challenges. It could just be like distractions, right? It's easy to get distracted when we're trying to drive toward a really long-term goal, right? But I definitely see this energy of the Chariot as being really reassuring that you all are really trying to maintain your focus. The Chariot, this is a very ambitious energy. I do feel like this is something you all really, really want to go after. You may just be hitting a couple of hiccups along the way where you're going to have to like re-engage yourself around whatever this is, okay? 8 of Swords is kind of striking me as the challenge card here. So the 8 of Swords talks about us feeling sort of like mentally trapped. It's usually us that's keeping ourselves stuck, if you will. So like there's something around your goal that you guys are trying to achieve this month or during this season that I feel like you all are kind of getting in your own head about it, and you may be feeling fearful of moving forward, maybe feeling fearful that things are a lot more challenging than they actually are, or it's like because we kind of hype ourselves up to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck, I don't know how to move forward, we tend to just like stay stagnant in this energy because in our minds we feel stuck, but really we're not. And that's the important thing to remember about the 8 of Swords is that it's mental. It's like this is a mentality that you all will be challenged with that you're going to need to pursue past. this depiction of the Eight of Swords is actually really interesting, and I was immediately drawn to this person that's like walking on this tightrope here. So you guys may be feeling like you're walking a tightrope, so to speak, like just figuratively speaking, this fall around your career. Like there's something that you feel is out of balance, or you're trying to balance or tread carefully as you move towards your goal. But I don't think that's really necessary. I feel like, again, with that Eight of Swords, this is very much about us like kind of creating stories in our own head to make a situation way worse than it actually is, okay? But I want to get some more information so we can get some further clarity here. So we have another number 8. This talks about 8 and Saturn. This says structures the compensation of karma towards success, okay? We also have the 8th house. Okay, so you guys, the number 8 is a really important number for you. So I would definitely look into number 8. Specifically for you guys, I would look up number 888 because you had 3 8s in a row. But going back to this card over here, you know, number 8 is talking about karma, right? This says structures the compensation of karma towards success. When I think of the number 8, I think about lessons that we're learning. Also, the Saturn planet is here as well, and Saturn is all about karma. Saturn is typically those tougher energies that come through that kind of challenge us. It's almost like you can think of it as like the dad coming in and saying, no, these are your responsibilities that you have to do before you can do X, Y, Z, right? So there could just be like a little bit of a challenge thrown your way, but the challenge is actually really important for your long-term growth, and it's actually really important for you all to be able to achieve your long-term goal, okay? We also have the 8th house here of Scorpio and Pluto. This says how you affiliate with others, how you cope through transitions, and ancestral inheritance. So Scorpio and Pluto, like those are pretty deep energies, right? Like Pluto comes around and it like really, you know, it reveals the darkness when it returns. In a way, it's also a planet of transition, slow transition. So you all may be going through a transition this fall, and this is what this Pluto energy is talking about here. But you're really being guided to take a look at how you're connecting with others. This is what it's specifically talking about, how you affiliate with others. That could be the key to maybe unlocking some of the challenges you guys are having. How you cope through transitions as well, right? Like clearly you guys are moving through a change, right? You're moving through a change. You're driving toward a new goal. And I think that this whole fall season is going to be really around lessons around the way that you cope through the change and the transition. Okay, so let's continue. From your Halloween Oracle, we have the Witch, the earthly weaver of the world. So this is beautiful because this is a really important sort of like pep talk card for you, Group 2, to remember that you have magic to create your own dreams and desires, right? This is just a message of reassurance here that like when or if you all find yourself in this sort of 8 of Swords energy where you feel stuck or you feel confused and you're not sure how you want to move forward, maybe a little anxious, you're being guided to remember that you have the answers within. You are creative, you are magical, you are powerful. You have the stamina and the capability to be able to go after this goal and see it through to the end. Okay, so I think just kind of anchoring yourself back in that, anchoring yourself back in self-confidence will be really, really helpful as you're moving forward through the fall with your career. You guys may also want to look into doing like some affirmations. I know like, especially if it's like focus and drive and trying to power through with confidence, even just like journaling affirmations to yourself every morning or writing them on your mirror. You can be writing things down like, I have confidence to achieve my goals. I have the strength, the courage, the stamina to achieve my goals, or however you want to say it. That is something that's really helped me the past couple months as I've been going after some of my goals. So maybe kind of programming your mornings with that intention, that can be a great way to start off the day to ensure that you're in the right mindset. All right. So let's go ahead and get our last 2 cards. So we have the message of yes. We love that affirmative. And we have doesn't add up. Okay. So I definitely think that there is certainly something around your career this month that may feel like something's a little off. I think we're definitely kind of picking up on that with some of the other cards that we talked about here. But you guys also have the message of yes. So this is like if there's a specific question you guys had about your career, the answer is yes. This is like an affirmative, positive answer for you. And I would also say that yes is just talking about like, yes, like you have everything that you need to continue to move forward, right? So this fall, you guys are just kind of maybe just hitting a little bit of a trial period, or a little bit of a period of karma, or like a little bump in the road that you're going to have to move past. But you're just being guided to remember that you can get past it, right? You have all the magic to do so. All right, pile 2. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there for you, but definitely drop me a comment down below. Let me know how the message resonated. If you made it here to the end, I always love hearing your comments and your feedback. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello there, group number 3. If you all did select the black obsidian, this is a beautiful stone. This will be your reading, your career reading for this fall season. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting off, we have the full moon, surrender to the divine, powerful energy already. We've got the 3 of Wands coming in, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so we're going to start with these, and then I'm going to add more as we go. So first and foremost, you guys did select the black obsidian, which is a black stone. Black stones are really great for protection, absorbing negative energies. And I'm not saying that anything negative is happening here, but I definitely think that you guys are moving through a period of time this fall that maybe like around your career, I feel like there's a lot of emotion, because full moons, they typically talk about, you know, a time period where energy is closing out. This is usually a time where like emotions can be at their peak point, or a situation is really at its peak point. Emotions are running high. Things can be feeling a little tense at times. But the beauty of the full moon is that you're ending a cycle. You're closing out a chapter this fall. And the advice on here is to surrender to the divine. So if you guys are feeling at all stressed, which I don't necessarily see, but if you do tend to get a little stressed around things coming to an end, or you know, something in your career like energetically shifting, just remember to release it. Like, release it to the universe, release it to the divine. You guys are protected and you're being taken care of. And maybe even getting a black stone could be helpful for you. All right. So 3 of Wands, I see that as you guys are kind of moving through this closing out of a cycle, y'all are already planning what's next, right? Because the 3 of Wands talks about being future forward, future oriented. We're looking out and we're making a plan. So whenever I see the 3 of Wands, I think of like making a to-do list, or I think of making some goals. Like maybe you guys are planning month to month. Here's what I need to achieve as I move through this change. And I also am being drawn to the ladder. At least it looked like a ladder from a distance. I think it's actually, it looks almost like a bridge now when I'm looking at it up close. So you guys may be kind of crossing a metaphorical bridge or climbing a metaphorical ladder in your career. Like the point is you're moving on to bigger and better things. You're moving towards something new for your future. The 6 of Pentacles talks about generosity and support. And so I do feel that there's this element of you all maybe needing support as you move through this change. So for some of you, this could be like financial support that's coming your way for your career. This could also just be talking about you all dedicating more effort and energy and generosity to the field of work that you're in as well. But support is certainly something that I'm getting from this message. Let's continue. So we have overstimulated. Yep, that's kind of what I was getting from that full moon. We also have detox. Okay, beautiful. That's what I was definitely picking up on, like a little bit of a stressful energy coming through for your career, pile 3. So overstimulated, this talks about your vagus nerve is alerting you. How are you overdoing it? Too much of something is affecting you, or this situation to burn out. This makes a lot of sense with that full moon energy. So I definitely see that this time period is where you guys are kind of coming to a reckoning with what you've been doing at work, what you've been doing with your job, your career, etc. And it seems like you're realizing that you've been doing a little bit too much. You know, maybe you guys are really passionate about something. There's a lot of fiery energy around this figure here in the card. When I think of the fire element, I think of passion, right? I think of creativity. So maybe you all have been doing a little bit too much when it comes to things you're passionate about, and you've overexerted yourself as you come into the fall, and now you're feeling like you're going to burn out. So I feel like the Six of Pentacles, this energy of generosity and also effort, measured effort, is going to be really, really important. Being generous to yourself and maybe checking in with how much effort and energy that you're really placing at work, and seeking to strive for some balance, okay? Because Six of Pentacles is also about like very measured effort and energy. Like we're making sure that we have an equal exchange of give and take. We're making sure we have an equal return on investment for the efforts we're putting in. So with detox, allow your mind, body, and spirit to release discomfort. I definitely see this period of overstimulation coming to a release as you guys are navigating through the fall season. All right, let's continue. So we've got the apple, risk and reward. Interesting. I wonder if you guys have bitten off more than you can chew a little bit, and that's just kind of further clarifying some of these other messages. But this card specifically talks about like measuring the risk to reward ratio, if you will. So I almost feel like for some of you all, like maybe you guys took a risk on something and it ended up stressing you out, or maybe you guys haven't been able to take a risk on something yet and that's been stressing you out. Like there's something here around risks and rewards, and I almost am getting the impression that you guys, maybe there's like the message here, like going back to balancing and detox, that we need to balance out the risk that we're taking, right? Because you guys do have a lot of fiery, very emotional energy coming through here. So it's like, I'm almost feeling like this fall, you guys may like see that you've put yourselves out on a limb, or you've taken a risk and it's actually ended up becoming more work than it was worth. You know what I mean? So there's definitely an energy here of being more conscious of, if I'm putting myself out there and I'm taking this risk, what's going to be my real return on investment that I'm receiving from this risk, right? It's great to take risks. We should be putting ourselves out there to try new things, because if we don't try, then we never know if we're going to get a reward, or we never know what the outcome could be, right? But I almost feel like for some of you all that chose this pile, that like maybe you need to be just a little bit more planful with regard to the way you're taking risks, right? Having more of a plan, thinking it out a little bit more clearly before you just dive right in, or at least before you just like invest all your energy into it. All right, let's get our last two messages. Yes, so we have not worth it. I'm just laughing because like just the way that I'm interpreting, and then these cards come out and it just aligns so well. We have keep it real. Yes. Okay, guys. So yeah, you guys, I think, have taken a risk on something, or will take a risk on something this fall, and it's like really important for you to just be real with yourself about like if it was worth it or not, okay? And it seems like we're coming to the conclusion that whatever this was not worth it, and it's okay, right? Like if you don't try, like I was saying, you'll never know, and this is a lesson, right? The lesson is closing out with the full moon. So just be real with yourself. Keep it real. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the emotions of it all. Don't feel so overly invested because you've already put in all this effort. Sometimes we try things out and it doesn't work out, and that's okay. Just keep it real with yourself and be free to move forward in another direction. So let me know, Pile 3, how these messages resonated with you. Seems like you have a really interesting fall career energy coming through. What have you guys been working on? Like, what are you overstimulated by? I'm really curious. And I'm definitely curious to know if you guys do anything creative, because I was picking up on a lot of that creative energy coming through. But if you all made it till the end, thank you for viewing, and I will definitely see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello there, group number 4. If you all selected the Rose Quartz point, this will be your career reading for the upcoming fall season. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. So we're starting off here with the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Okay. We have the 9 of Cups. We love that. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Wow, this is exciting. So we're going to start here, and then I'll add on the rest of the cards as we go. So the third quarter moon, you guys, this is telling me that you guys have been maybe working on something for a little while. You've made a lot of progress. We're almost to completion here, but I do feel that there is something that needs your attention. This specifically is talking about adjustments being required. So I do feel that there's something around your career that you need to reevaluate going into the fall season. You know, you've come this far, but maybe there's something that isn't quite aligning with you, or maybe there's a little hiccup that you're hitting around this. And just like a slight adjustment or a slight little tweak to your plans would probably help you as you move forward. The 9 of Cups energy is beautiful because this energy is very much about like getting everything we want, having our wishes fulfilled. I do see a lot of prosperity and abundant energy coming through for you all for your career this fall. And I feel like as you guys are navigating the fall season, you are like this is such a great card to get, because whenever I get this card in career, this is like when I've literally been able to do whatever I want. I have autonomy, I have freedom, I have flexibility, I can come and go as I please. So I definitely have been feeling that energy for a lot of you guys, where like you have the freedom and flexibility to enjoy your work the way that you want to, okay? And you're independent as well with the 9 of Cups. Like the 9 of Cups is not someone that's like super reliant on other people. Like you've got everything you need and you're satisfied doing it yourself, which is great. It's great to be independent. We also have the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles coming through. So this is really positive as well. I do feel for a lot of you that there's a new potential opportunity being presented to you for career during the fall season. But remember, with the Ace of Pentacles, any ace is always going to be just potential unless you guys put forth the effort to allow it to grow. So it could be like maybe you guys are going into the fall season kind of feeling like you already have everything you need for career, feeling really satisfied with how things already are, but maybe this new opportunity is presenting itself to you, and this is about needing to maybe adjust those comforts that we're already familiar with and that we already love, so that we can be able to water this new plant, water this new opportunity that's coming through that would help us to achieve our ultimate goal. So let's continue for pile 4. So we've got forgiveness. Okay, that's interesting in a career reading, but okay, let's see. We also have love. Okay. Lots of kind of personal messages coming through for you in this career reading, pile number 4. So there's definitely some healing energy that's presenting itself during the fall for you. There's something that needs to be forgiven, whether this is yourself or whether this is something having to do with your work. This could be colleagues and coworkers. This could be a workplace and that establishment. It says, recognizing that the inflicted pain was caused by a wounded child. So something about what you all are healing from, and maybe this is about the adjustment that you're making with your career, but something that you all are needing to heal from or forgive, we need to be looking at the person who did it to us as if they're a child, right? Sometimes if you're able to look at a person through a childlike lens and sort of imagine them doing the behavior they're doing as if they were a little kid, it can actually help you to understand where it's coming from a little bit better, okay? So that would be a really important exercise for you to try. I know that I've tried that before when I've had toxic coworkers, and that actually has really helped me to better understand and have a bit more empathy for the people who are acting crazy or doing me wrong. You know what I mean? And this doesn't mean that you just ignore the bad things they do or ignore any red flags that are being presented to you, but it helps you to just be able to manage and navigate the situation with ease versus being caught up in the toxicity of it all, okay? We also have the message of love. This love is unconditional, free-flowing, and eternal. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is about doing something you love for work. I feel like a lot of you are pursuing, like with the Nine of Cups being here, this definitely feels like you all are wanting the type of career that like the one I was describing earlier, like you are independent, you're self-sufficient, you're satisfied, you come and go as you please, maybe you write your own schedule, you have ambiguity, you have autonomy, you have prosperity and abundance around you. You know, so I definitely am feeling like this energy from this group of like doing what you love, and this is the goal that we're going after. So just continuing to kind of let things flow, and like even approaching your work situation, even if that whole scenario I just mentioned doesn't really resonate with you, like the key here is like Spirit is wanting you to approach your work through the lens of love, through the energy of love. So you guys will have to let me know kind of what that means for you in the comments. So yeah, let's just continue. Let's continue. So we have more. So we have winter, the sacredness of pausing. Okay, yes. There's definitely something around your career that needs to be released, pile 4. Like there's something that we need to allow to die. The winter season, this is when things go into hibernation, things go quiet, things go cold, the leaves turn and they die, right? I definitely feel like this fall could be a pretty big transitional time for you. And I'm intuitively feeling like this fall is when you're really going to be able to close out this healing cycle, this forgiveness energy work that you're doing. Because I feel like maybe you guys have been holding on to something around your career that's no longer been serving you anymore. And it could be what's blocking you from really manifesting your true desires, right? Still holding on to things from the past, still holding on to things that may have hurt us. So you're definitely being guided here, and I do see the energy of you taking this time to pause, reflect, and really release it and let it go. Just let it die. Wow, this is beautiful. You guys have a lot of like cups and like love messages, and you also picked the rose quartz, which is, you know, great for the heart chakra, great for healing, great for self-love. So this could be a stone that you all may want to pick up and work with just to help you on your healing journey. So let's get a couple more cards for you. So we do have the message of no progress coming through. And we have in your spring season coming through. Okay. I feel like your career this fall, you guys, is sort of like in a, I don't want to say stagnancy mode, but I think that there's just not a lot of like crazy momentum coming in or like crazy amounts of progress being highlighted here. I kind of feel like you guys are being guided to like the reason that there's no progress and that things feel kind of slow this fall is because there's still some work around forgiveness and healing that needs to happen, maybe around whether it's colleagues and coworkers, or maybe it's around money and finances or something like that. So I feel like this is a time frame where like Spirit is really wanting you to focus in on those. And I feel like when you do, your spring season is being highlighted here. So it's like, I definitely think that more progress is coming in for you in the spring. I also think that being able to see this opportunity that's coming in for you and nurture it with love, if you guys start doing it in the fall, I definitely feel like the spring season is when you may start to see some return on investment here as well. So a couple of different messages coming through for you, pile 4. Wow, so we're going to go ahead and close it out there, but definitely let me know in the comments how this reading resonated with you. I always love hearing your all's feedback. So drop me a comment down below and let me know. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view this reading today, and I will see you next time. Bye.